Thanks for tuning into the Urban Scope podcast. I'm back with an update on the Drake lawsuit. He's officially filed a lawsuit against UMG, the Universal Music Group, his label. So he filed a lawsuit against them for defamation, claiming that the label used "Not Like Us," the song by Kendrick Lamar, to defame him and to spread misinformation about him. So I'm going to talk about why this isn't hip hop, why this isn't okay for the culture, why this is um, defaming the culture, why this is defaming hip hop. So I wasn't even going to cover this lawsuit because I covered the petition at first, but I wasn't going to cover this lawsuit because I figured it was going to be that anyway. It's going to turn into that anyway. But I wasn't going to cover it until I read UMG's statement in regards to Drake's lawsuit in response. So now I'll read you their response verbatim. So he said, UMG put out a statement saying that throughout Drake's career, he had intentionally and successfully used UMG to distribute his music and poetry to engage in conventionally outrageous back and forth rap battles to express his feelings about other artists. He now seeks to weaponize the legal process to silence an artist's creative expression and seek damages from Universal for distributing that artist's music. So from that statement, the key word that I read was successfully. Now they're saying he brung forth this lawsuit because he didn't successfully win a rap battle, essentially. But when he was successfully using it before, so it seems like, sour grapes. He didn't file a lawsuit. He didn't file a lawsuit when he went against, he had the battle with Pusha T. He definitely didn't do it against Meek Mill. He didn't do it against Tiger. He didn't do it against Joe Budden. He didn't do it against Rick Ross. He didn't do it against Common. But now he wants to file a lawsuit because a rapper, he engaged in beef that he, voluntarily engaged in, and the beef with another artist, and they put out statements against him, and then the song resonated with people, and now he's seen as something else. So to me, it seems like it's just karma for things that he's done in the past. So you have to think about he had rap beefs with people that didn't even rap. So he had beefs with like Serena Williams and her husband because they had this alleged relationship before. He put out statements. Well, he had put out lines against Meg Thee Stallion, Rihanna, and other women personalities that don't rap, and then he was able to start beefs with them, or put out these comments about them and lines and different things like that. And everything was all fine and dandy back then. But now that an artist has taken advantage of you in the rap beef, now that you have this discrepancy, and now you want to say the label is conspiring against you. And it also seems like his ego, because it seems like you're saying that the only reason that I could lose a rap battle if people conspire against me and they team up against me, which is not the truth. Kendrick put out the song "Not Like Us," and he put out the song "Euphoria," and he put out the song "Family Matters." I mean, not Family Matters. He put out the other song too. I forgot the name of the other song, but "Meet the Grams." So out of all those songs, I like "Euphoria" the most, but of course, "Not Like Us" got the most play because it was more of a dance song. But those songs were great songs, and people listened to them. The label didn't have to do anything. The people spoke up, and they liked Kendrick's songs more. You win some, you lose some. In the famous words of Lil Boosie, he said, "Some of us gonna make it, some of us ain't." You like I said, you win some, you lose some. But Drake is not, his ego. He's not willing to take his loss without explanation, or without some kind of explanation that they had to conspire or team up against me. And then another thing I hate in this lawsuit, he named streamers that streamed the song and said the label was paying them to spread this misinformation or to promote the song to conspire against him. Now, people like RDC World and Kai Cenat was named in this lawsuit, but they, vehemently denied any involvement with UMG or accepting any kind of payola and things like that. And I believe it because, like I said, streamers just stream what's hot at the moment. It's not about um, picking a side. If Drake made a big song around that time, they would have put it out. Um, so I don't understand where he's coming from when he's using his conspiracy theories that he's putting out, and his attorneys are putting out. And RDC World had a great quote. He said, "The biggest L's come from those not knowing how to take an L," and this is uh, the biggest point that you can make when it comes to Drake. He doesn't know how to take a loss because he never took one before. Now he's taking the loss. The world looking at him differently. He's looking funny in the light, and he's starting to see that he's starting to see what other people were saying when he were going against them. What a Meek Mill had to go through when Drake made a back-to-back, or these other songs that he put out against people. Stay Scheming, when he went against Common, and the people that dance into it and rap into it, he didn't have a problem back then. So I'm gonna tell you why this isn't really hip hop. So hip hop, especially when you're in rap battles, and that's what he did. What Kendrick Lamar, was a rap battle. It's about taking your losses and being able to show your artistic expression. So when you think about a URL like an Ultimate Rap League, which is hip hop, they go low, they low blow. They talk about anything. They talk about your relatives. They talk about your family. They talk about your money, about anything that you had. Like if you lost a fight, they will talk about that. And that's what rap battling is about. It's about exposing you. It's about making you. It's about defaming you. That's about what hip hop is. Not filing a lawsuit against that when you lose a battle, especially when you voluntarily engaged into it. You chose this path. Nobody chose this for you. You chose this. You started this when you had the first person shooter with J. Cole. You started this. J. Cole backed out of the battle, and he did that smartly. Now, at first he was chastised and scrutinized for it, but now he's seen back in another light. And when he drops his album, all will be forgotten. But Drake, instead of making music, he wants to make lawsuits and then want to pout about his circumstances. This lawsuit is only bringing that rap battle back up. People forget over an amount of time, but you're bringing it back up because you can't let it go, because you are still in denial about being able to lose. People don't have to conspire against you to lose. People lose. Tom Brady didn't win every match. Jordan didn't win every game. All these greats never won everything. You lose sometimes, and it's okay. But it's about the bounce back. Muhammad Ali is considered one of the greatest not because he's undefeated, but because he lost and avenged those losses. And Drake doesn't realize that. He thinks you have to be Floyd Mayweather, and Floyd Mayweather has given people this false sense of security that if you undefeated, that you're the best. But no, it's about how you bounce back, because we all lose and we all win sometime. But it's about the bounce back. How consistent can you be? What can you do to avenge that loss? And Drake doesn't seem to get that message. But like I said, your foolish pride will ultimately become your demise. And there's no evidence in this case, because Drake is starting to look a lot different. I'm a fan of Drake. When his earlier Drake, I even defended him on For All the Dogs when people were criticizing him heavy for that, because I like that Drake that's singing. I don't like Drake when he act tough, in the words of Kendrick. And I think For All the Dogs was a good album, but a lot of people, like I said, they want to hear the rap. But I defended Drake in that matter, and Drake started showing signs of weakness with the criticism of the For All the Dogs album, especially when Joe Budden came out and had his review of the album. He pretty much dogged the album, no pun intended. But Drake started to show signs of weakness then, and it just led that from the Kendrick battle. And he thought he can recover from the Kendrick battle, but he couldn't. It put him down further. But I'm still a fan of the earlier Drake, but the new Drake, whatever he's doing, it's not hip hop. And don't look at it that way, because that isn't hip hop. This has never happened in hip hop, and hopefully it never happens going forward. It's a disgrace to hip hop, and it's defaming hip hop. But ego comes before a fall, and Drake is seeming to fall right now. But thanks for tuning into the Urban Scope podcast. Remember to like and subscribe to the content. And until next time, I'll see you next time.